All right. Well, hello, Zasaman. It's Heis Mixie, and welcome back to the broadcast. Joining with me again today is Vivian. Say hello.
Hello.
And at long last, we have made it to the game's first dungeon. We're going to be tackling
Sastasha.
Sastasha. That's right. It's probably pirates.
Probably pirates, judging on what the story has told us and the area that we're in, and that we're next to a place called Aleport.
Yes.
It's
Also,
probably pirates.
it's probably pirates. Well, also, that's the name of the quest. It's probably pirates.
Cool. Okay.
Well, without further ado, let's try and remember how to do duties. Duty finder. There it is.
You can since you're the party leader, you can just go up to the entrance and right-click it.
Sure enough.
Or we can do that and have insta queue because I'm a healer.
Yes! Insta queue.
If we had both been DPS, we would have been here for at this time half an hour.
If we're lucky. And everybody who parties with us is going to have to suffer because we're watching the cutscenes for viewers.
Yes, and I'm watching them as well because I've not watched the Sastasha cutscene since I first did Sastasha.
Wow, it's been a while. Yes,
And that was years ago, like last year.
wow, that has been a while then. Yes, for you guys, everyone
Oh my
else
God,
can.
it looks like we're all noobs.
We are all noobs.
Awesome, noob party!
New party.
Oh my God, we are, because that's a gladiator. You're an archer. That's an arcanist.
And that person just pulled without the
my
tank. How
God.
about that? We are the noobest of noob.
We are noob party galore. Oh my God, this is amazing. I've never done a full noob party.
This is actually really nostalgic for me.
No! He's brought out the tank pet.
It's okay. One day, he'll learn.
One day he will learn to not use the tank pet. While we were out of broadcast, I helped somebody.
Oh, did you?
Yes, there was a level 10 person attempting to do a level 12 fate and dying. So I healed him and helped him.
Yes.
And I'll get the memo.
Oh, okay. You know what's really cool is I have everybody's surnames abbreviated, and our tank's name on my screen is Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my God, yes. That's amazing. That reminds me, I should play more Xenoverse. I really like Xenoverse. It's a good game. Oh my God, you know this is dire when the healer is doing the most damage.
Yes.
Although, to be fair, other than the tank, I think I'm the highest level. Oh no, no, the Arcanist is level 22. I already got it. I didn't actually look at what it said. I just kind of went up to it. What did it say?
Red.
Okay, because I didn't actually look at it. What an idiot I am.
The captain likes his wine red.
I like my women like I like my coffee. Bitter and soul destroying. I like my whiskey like I like my women like I like my whiskey. 12 years old and in a barrel.
What?
Terrible joke from a Scottish comedian.
Oh goodness.
Sorry. I
No,
know.
no, you're totally okay. I'm having a good time.
Me too.
It just trying really hard to be patient with our friends here.
I know, they're not doing very good, are they?
They're clearly brand new, so like,
Yeah, they are. I'll give them that, but it's dire.
and this is the first dungeon.
And we are a noob party.
We are a new party, so like, no criticism. Everybody's learning here. Just trying to be patient. That's all.
Trying.
Trying.
I'm failing. But at least I'm trying.
Tried so hard and got so far.
That sounds very familiar.
But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, yep. No. No! No, no.
We're committed now! I
It
had
could
to fall to lose it all.
Wait a minute, why do we actually have to destroy those clams? I never understood.
I don't think we have to, actually.
Alright, okay.
I think we do because they keep producing these enemies.
Okay. I thought my game had lagged there for a minute and I was like, no, don't do this to me! And then I just realized that the Arcanist just stopped attacking.
I leveled!
Awesome, I'm level 19. I was bad and went up 2 levels while you were gone.
It's okay. I'm sure I'll catch up.
You will. The only reason I'm doing it is because you get story quest XP, I don't.
Yeah.
So I like that little extra edge. Also, treasure chest.
Ether.
Which isn't very good for you.
It's true.
Oh wait, does that also restore TP?
No.
Oh, well, then it's not very good for you. It's a shame I can't bring my chocobo into dungeons.
You know, that's
I
actually...
think that... Hmm?
Bringing chocobos into dungeons is actually something they talked about a long time ago.
Oh.
Like, before Heaven's Word.
Cool.
Yeah, when they were introducing the idea of doing an unsynced dungeon, they wanted you to be able to, so long as you went in solo and you were unsynced, make it to where you could bring your chocobo with you.
Oh.
But they obviously didn't go with that idea.
No. I don't know how to do an unsynced dungeon anyway.
It's just a setting you choose before you go in. But they kind of reintroduced that idea in favor of the Grand Company system, where you can bring the AIs with you.
Yes, which are totally useless.
Aw, I personally had a good experience with them.
I have as well, actually. I've enjoyed the few dungeons I've done with them. I should do more with my free company. Not my free company, my Duda. The thing you're just talking about.
Yeah. Hooray for being Archer! I was able to attack the clam without pulling any hate.
Awesome. Oh, melodious.
Melodious? Oh, our Arcanist.
Yes, one day you will learn. One day you will learn the Arcanist's role of not being the tank. Oh no!
What?
Oh no, healer! 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 Protect your healer!
I got you, fam.
That does more damage than you anyway.
It's true.
As our As our viewers may find out, I become very aggressive when doing dungeons because everybody is useless.
I think any MMO experience is better when you go in with people that you know personally.
I think so as well. This isn't the worst party I've ever done a dungeon with, but it's definitely up there as one of the worst.
Yeah, I mean, just one day they'll figure it out. One day.
One day, but today is not that day. I never actually realized how powerful stone is. I do earth damage with a potency of 200. Wow. That's actually really good.
Nice.
I don't think that Arcanist is new, actually. I think that must be an alternate account, because he knows exactly what he's doing and where he's going.
Well, in fairness, there's only like one thing to press.
True. I must just be reading into it too much.
Could be.
You know, one thing he is capable of doing, though.
What?
Getting on my tits. My favorite line at the moment, because I'm not on hormones yet,
Yes.
and I don't have breasts, is, oh my god, you must be the reason I don't have any tits because you keep getting on them.
That's a good one.
I mostly say it at my mother when she annoys me. Awesome! Level 20!
Yay, grats. One of my favorite things that you say is, "That's just not on, Zim."
That's just not on. It's not on. It's a very Scottish term.
Yeah,
It's not on.
that's so Scottish. Painfully.
Look, I am now a lamenting soldier.
Yay! I'm not even in a free company yet, so I can't salute back at you.
Grand company.
Grand company, that one.
But yes, saying something isn't on, it's very Scottish. I got it off my grandmother, who is painfully Glaswegian. And people from Glasgow are knowing from having a lot of little kind of sayings that are independently known in Glasgow.
Right.
And "that's not on" is definitely one of them.
You know what, Vivi?
Mm-hmm.
After this experience, considering... Oh, that's the first time I've seen him use Flash in like the past 7 minutes.
I need a second because I just learned Asuna, so I'm just gonna pop that
Okay, they're about to
in
pull...
my bar.
They're about to pull the boss.
That's alright. They can die, I don't care. It'll teach them a lesson.
But I may go tank.
You might go tank.
Yes.
Are you going to change your class?
Well... Considering how things have been going,
Well, this is only the first dungeon, though.
it's true. What do you think?
I say give it one more dungeon, see what happens.
Okay.
They are letting me die, though.
Which is not good. Oh, but what about Luciane? Oh no. I have to choose!
No. You would lose your bay.
I would lose my bay. One of my bays. I apparently have many.
Apparently. That does not speak well for your character.
It doesn't. I can't.
Mother Mione.
Oh god. I can't surrender a bay.
Mm-mm. You really can't. Although, to be fair though, Merelvab told bay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Kanisana though, she's so cute. I love her.
See, for me, that's an easy decision. Like, Melvib wins, always.
I mean, Merelvab obviously, but Kanisana, she's that really nice girl, but you know deep down there's something else going on there.
That's so true. Like, she definitely has that vibe.
It's like, because out of all of the leaders, you know that she's the one that gets the last say.
Yeah, and she's so gentle. Everyone, like,
Yeah.
subtly is worried about that one time she'll get angry.
Yeah. Discussing Final Fantasy characters in such a way is very bizarre to me.
Why do you say that?
They're video game characters.
So?
Yeah, true. But a character we will not meet for a long time, whom I personally adore.
Careful. Spoilers.
Or Chiffon. Or Chiffon.
Oh, okay. Fair. He's a cutie.
He's my favorite character in the entire game.
I can't wait for everybody to meet him.
I know. I will be gushing as bad as you do over Mother Mione and the Archer Lady.
Luciane.
That's it, Luciane.
I shouldn't be polling, but I kind of have to guide them.
Trust me, these people are useless.
No mercy.
Oh, I'm very merciless. Coming up to Halloween, I was asking all my friends what I should go as for Halloween because at work we get to dress up.
Oh,
on
okay.
Halloween. And everyone was like, either the evil queen from Snow White or my friend Barbara, who's my best friend, said that my perfect match from any Disney villain would be Cruella de Vil.
Yes! You absolutely would make the perfect Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, it doesn't say great things for my character, but I totally agree with that.
You just...
I really would.
You're so outspoken. You could totally... Anita, darling! Like, you would nail it.
I'm also about to die. I would.
I have to weigh Bay and protecting you. Like, it's a really difficult decision. But if I word it as protecting you, then I have a little more peace with it.
Yes.
Yeah, I won't put people through the pain of watching me level another class. But I think after this episode, I'll invest time into being Gladiator next time we play. Either Gladiator or maybe Marauder, just because I haven't leveled that one up.
I'm not a big fan of Marauder, but they do the most damage for tank classing, I think.
So you're saying I should be a Paladin?
No, I'm saying I don't personally like Marauder, but if I remember correctly, they do the most damage out of any tank class.
It's true. As far as I know. Well, I would say situationally they do the most damage. They definitely do more than Paladin. But
Mm-hmm.
Dark Knight, one of the ways that they maintain hate is via dealing damage. So like Salted Earth and Bloodlust and I think some they have some abilities and their aura deals damage and that's how it gains hate. Like
I can't kill this guy because he keeps like he keeps interrupting all my spells.
what a bastard.
Yep. Yeah, the next time I'm letting both of them die.
And they'll just blame you.
It's fine. It's their fault.
The scurvy dogs.
Arf.
Oh look, it's a little scurvy dog. How cute.
I know. I never noticed that there was a little scurvy dog.
Oh no! My controls are messing up. And I keep targeting
yeah.
other things. This is so bad. What do I do, Vivi?
You, don't die. That's what you do.
It's
Don't die.
not an easy feat.
It really isn't with this tank.
I think I owe it to us to be a tank class.
I think I owe it to us to keep us alive.
That's true.
I'm already wearing the plundered rope belt, so I don't need another one. Oh no. The last boss is not going to be fun. I'm going to have to pray to whatever god I'm worshipping in this game.
What is your guardian?
Is it Thaliak the Scholar?
It would be on your character sheet. Oh wow, I just got.
It's certainly not Halone. I want it to be Halone, but
Well, that was a thing.
yep.
Yay, battle raise. I remember you didn't get used to get that until later.
You get it at level 12 now.
Nice. Yeah, it used to be that you got.
I'm very mad at these people for letting my Zem die.
Oh.
So one or both of them will die in the boss fight.
So vengeful.
Oh yes. I'm a Lamentin soldier.
Yes. And that was our first.
Hmm?
And that was my first death on this character. I'm about to die again!
No, you're not.
Thank you. Good looking out, Vivi. Vivi. I'm trying. It's so hard.
Okay. I'm not massively fussed. It's personal preference, but it's not something that actually bothers me.
Okay. The tank is just standing there, straight up. His weapons are currently sheathed. There we go.
I'm very confused as to everything. What the hell is this person doing? Why is what? The Arcanist just healed me for no apparent reason. It was just like stood there casting physic on me.
What on earth?
Is the tank actually aggroing them?
No.
Oh, right, okay, I shouldn't have healed them then.
Actually, yes. Miraculously, that tank has enmity right now.
Damn. That is miraculous. He is not going to do well in future dungeons. I pray for that boy.
You know, like, I feel bad ripping into them. They have to learn at some point.
Yeah, but I was never that bad.
Alright. And then...
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, it's entirely possible I'm going to have to use the limit break in this fight just to keep us alive.
Oh, they pulled enemies.
Oh, for the love of all that's bloody holy. I'm just playing as my character. I'm playing as bitch NPC. Because she's got that kind of face. You know, it's really pretty, but it's like you know exactly what she's thinking.
Yeah. I don't know.
And everything she's thinking is not nice.
I don't know if that's just a trait of being Elizon or what.
It's just a trait of being me. I would be like this if I was a Makote.
Fair enough. Alright. Let's do this. I'm gonna let one of them pull. I'm sure it's gonna be our Arcanist. What do you want to bet?
I'm betting on the tank this time because oh no, is he? It's the
I
Arcanist.
win!
See, I saw him go forward and he hesitated, and I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna be the tank for once. No, it was the Arcanist, of course.
I'm pulling hate.
Oh no, oh no, his intention is going between the tank and me at the moment. The tank who is actually just standing there. Now he's all on me. Tank. If you're watching this, you are a bad man.
Letting our poor female Elizon get abused over here.
I'm a nice lady.
Oh no, I did my best. I tried to juggle them all, but I couldn't.
It's okay. We knew that this was a lost cause.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're all on me.
I'm gonna try and just DPS the boss down as quickly as possible.
Oh, screw this.
No!
Animation.
I was gonna use it to kill all these. My limit break hits multiple targets, Phoebe.
I know, but mine's prettier.
Okay, fair. You win. Okay, here we go. Don't die!
I won't die.
Yeah!
I'm too pretty to die.
You are too pretty to die.
Told you.
Yes!
We did it.
We did the thing. We survived the noob party. Just barely.
Just. And you got to level 18! Yay! None of them are getting a recommendation. I got to level 21! Yay!
Yay, congrats!
I'm one level away from being able to use my Limonson Soldier's Cane. I got a commendation. Wow.
Nice.
That's surprising from people who attempted to let me die.
Yes. I'm waiting for the tank to roll for those boots. Got him!
Oh, did you get them?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. Those are nice boots.
Yes.
Oh, of course, because you're a disciple of war.
That's right.
I was right. It is Thaliak the Scholar that's my guardian.
Nice.
I want to change it to Helona the next time that I thingy my character.
Oh, when you Fantasia again?
Mhm.
I'm gonna do my absolute best to hold out for Vera, knock on wood, that they actually become a thing.
Yeah.
I really, really, really want to be a Vera.
I do as well. Well, until then, I'll go between my 3 favorite races in this game. Elezen, Makote, and Aura.
I made an Aura friend the other day. I think you guys would really get along. She's really into like role playing.
Cool.
All right, I need to return to Limsa Luminsa.
I can do my level 20 conjurer quest.
Yeah, you should totally do that.
I'm going to go do that in Gridania.
Sounds good.
So while you do that, on our lead up to what's the next dungeon?
Tamtera Deepcroft.
I do love the Tamtara Deepcroft.
The story is really good.
I know. And what I like about all these dungeons is you come back to them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something I was saying last week. It's like all the areas, they're designed and you can tell a lot of love's been put into them. And you go back there multiple times.
Yeah.
It's the same with the dungeons as well. There's so much effort and care put into making these areas and these dungeons, and you go back to them all because all the dungeons have multiple versions of themselves, and it's just so. I've never seen that in a game before.
It's really
it's,
cool.
It's something that I really personally enjoy, and it's one of the reasons that I continue to play this game is because there are still dungeons that I did last year that I haven't gone back to in the hard versions of yet because I simply haven't had the time.
Right.
And I'm planning to go back to all of them at some point because I want to find out the story of why I have to go back.
We could do it during the broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
You would actually have a viable excuse to go back and do old content.
Well, other than really enjoying it.
It's yeah. All right. I have some dialogue here.
Okay.
I feel like I was gonna say something related to what you had to say.
The old content.
Yeah, no, it was before that though.
Really enjoying the fact that they all have different stories as to why I have to go back.
I'll think of it later. I appreciate you
Yeah.
trying to help me though.
It'll come back to you.
I have short term, so.
Yes, I know, sweetness.
Alright. Badrin says, "Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend." So some other adventurers have come up to Badrin looking for tasks. And so Dolorous Bear, the adventurer, says, "Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sistorsha?" I just nodded my head, like, yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's one adventurer right here.
Yup. It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None for the worse of its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. And there's a Mikote lancer with them named Imanafa. Imanafa, that's a pretty name.
Ooh.
Yeah. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. "You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be." And then they have a Lalafell with them, who's apparently a black mage. No, sorry, they have a white mage cane. And
Okay.
and that Lalafell's name is Kikina, who says, "Not a wink of sleep, great leader."
Not a wink of sleep, great leader.
"Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal, large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor of the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, my lady." Why did giving him a silly voice make it easier for me to read?
Got into the character of it.
I was really into that guy. And we'll probably never see him again.
I know. I could have totally played that Lalafell.
Yeah, you could have. Now I gotta do a voice for Badrin now. Hopefully something that's coherent. Back then,
Something
are you?
that's similar to what you did last time.
Yes. Okay. Back then, are you? With all your limbs and tail, I wager. Freaking Badrin. Is he drunk or is he just is it just purely pirate slang?
I think it might be a combination of the both of them.
Fish
'Cause I
bags?
kind of think that pirate slang is like just drunk talk with an accent.
That's true. Fish bags? I knew I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull 3. 7 hails, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly bastard set up shop on your bloody doorstep. Still, sounds as you left the place in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they were planning, unless as well be planning on feeding themselves to fauna or Sestasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. I'll be out for limb, sir. I thank you for shedding some light on the mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't for no more than that. What? Now I'll be bet you're dying for a rest, but best just your for cause of blah. English.
Blah blah blah.
Yes, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've a lad request from our sister guild in Gridania, you see. Seems the forest folk are in need of a adventurer that can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you. Heroic nod.
I like that. It's just.
Just... Yes. Ooh, I now have access to Party Finder.
Eee, level 16 thing.
Yeah.
When you're level 18.
Yes. Oh, so here's the mixie I've been hearing so much about. 'Tis a pleasure indeed to finally meet you in the I just did a quest for you! The name's Badrin, and this is my hospitable Austrians and the Drowning Wench. 'Tis a place where adventurers like yourself gather to rest up, listen to the latest gossip, and take on any task what need doing. And in this day and age, there ain't no shortage of tasks what need doing. I hope you're good and ready to pitch in, lass. Ready about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know, but whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'd pose any trouble for adventurers survive the bedlam as Sestasha.
I'm not understanding a word you're saying, and I'm loving it.
It's great.
I just think it's so fantastic.
I'm having
It's
way
so
too much fun.
Spot on.
I'm having way too much fun.
Yeah.
If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mia. Oh, I'll have Mother. With my
You'll have words with Mother Mione.
me counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, lass. I've been called a lass. Alas. Alright, and I can port there for free! Hashtag put an authenticator on your account. Yes, that entire thing was one tag.
Put a what on your account? What?
An authenticator. Oh, I'm sorry. Because Blizzard calls theirs the authenticator, this is called a one-time password. That's what it is. It's the keychain fob that generates a code and helps protect your account. They give you an added benefit in having that on there because you can have a registered teleport location that's either free or it's a reduced cost. I don't remember which.
Okay.
Worth it. Oh, it's one of my bays. Hello, Mother Mione. Let's see. You know, female voices are actually the hardest for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the sing-songiness. I don't know how else
Eh,
to describe it. Like, women have this like flow to their voices that's beautiful, and I just like.
I know I do. I mean, you listen to me quite frequently in these calls, so
Yes, you have a beautiful voice. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to your. Oh, it's you, Zamixi. 'Tis good to see you again. What's that? Oh, here at Patron's suggestion, you say? The foul-mouthed rogue sends me word that an adventurer might be along for the job, and it turns out to be you. Well, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mione. This is our bow. What was he called? The bow lord. The bow
yeah.
lord. Lewin.
Yes, the Bolard, isn't he like the leader of the Archers Guild or something?
He's the leader of the God's Bow, which is like the high-ranking
Ooh.
faction of archers within Gridania.
Ooh.
Beg pardons for interrupting, Mione, but our need grows even more pressing. Have none stepped forward? Ah, good morrow to you, Bowlord. That name. Bowlord. Bowlord.
It's like Star-Lord, but worse.
Yeah. Remember the name. Taserface.
What?
Uh, it's from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I haven't seen that film in years.
You'd love it.
No, I did. I loved it, genuinely.
Oh, there you go.
But I haven't seen it for years. It's been
Gotcha.
years since I've seen it. Anyway, carry on.
That's okay. Your need must be pressing indeed, for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I am pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Well, if it isn't our very own woman for all seasons, you certainly have a knack for appearing when you're most needed, Zamixi. My thanks for answering the call. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Ha, plant jokes. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. This place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalimud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. Since we thwarted their attack on the Guardian Tree, the Birdmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. They have probed every limb of our defenses in search of a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces far more thinly than I would like. The situation so being, we have no choice but to entrust the task of dealing with the Lambs of Dalimud to others. Can we rely on you to handle this matter, Zamixi? Heroic nod.
Heroic.
That's the name of that emote now.
Yes, the heroic nod. It's just. Mm-hmm.
You have my gratitude. Oh, it says you went offline.
Yeah, I'm having problems
Oh,
with just the game. It's
Oh.
alright.
okay.
I will fix it.
Okay.
I was just stuck in a loading screen,
Gotcha.
and now I'm forcing the game to crash.
Makes sense. Once you've
Much
sent
sense.
Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? Make the crystal guide you and keep you. May the crystal, don't make it. Don't force it! Don't force the crystal. That'd be bad.
Don't force it. Bad to force things.
I'm pretty sure that's the only difference between us and the Asians.
What's that?
That they force the crystal. Am I wrong? Welcome to the stream.
I don't know.
Bent Branch Meadows. So now we need to speak with the Quivermen at the entrance of the Tamtara Deepcroft. We've been talking about this one for a while, haven't we?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I'm really excited. I didn't realize that there was a Dalimud fanatical cult that was responsible for what happens here. Like, that's actually really cool.
Mm.
I'm gonna finally check my mailbox. Bum-ba-dum-bum-ba! Mail time.
That's going to be exciting for our viewers. You're going to see all of Zimixi's bills that she hasn't paid and the junk mail that she gets sent from the Mog station.
It's just like a towering mess of just like everything in collections. Oh god. You know what though? We can make this a thing. I'm probably not very difficult to find. Should you be so inclined to send me in-game mail, I'll do the jingle for you and read your mail. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in the trees and avoid contact with the outsiders. Why would they ever agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed. If I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak dreaming about some beautiful mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom, Kupo. But no! The moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all of the terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and the link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor, wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other, beyond screaming at the tops of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Kupo. This is until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch and skin us, like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd find our new calling. And I personally promised to try not to read anything along the way, Kupo. Look what we have here. Try. 20 new letters have arrived just for you, Kupo. Your mailbox is a complete and utter mess. There wasn't any room left, so I had to send back 3 letters, Kupo.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was great. I love the dialogue. So yeah, it's all my veteran rewards from playing this game entirely too long.
Mm-hmm. I know that feeling. Is it just veteran rewards? Yeah.
Yep. On the note of veteran rewards, though, you actually can get some really cool stuff. Like, they have themed a lot of the items that you can get from other Final Fantasies. So far as getting, like, full outfits based off of, the main characters. And I think that's awesome.
You can get, like, Squall's outfit, Cloud's outfit,
Zidane's outfit from 9.
Yes. What's Zidane's outfit?
They call it the Tantalus gear because he was part of the Tantalus band of thieves.
That was it, yeah.
But he has the vest and the big cartoony gloves and the only pair of jeans in this game.
Yeah, I didn't like that outfit. It really didn't suit my Makote, and it certainly didn't suit in the Lezen.
I love Final Fantasy IX. I love it so much. It's one of those games that I just like. I've played it more than like 7 or 8 times all the way through.
More than is healthy.
More than what is healthy, yes, considering how long these games are.
Yeah. But then again, I've also played this game for hundreds of hours, probably, so I cannot judge anybody on gaming habits that they may or may not have.
Yes. No gaming judgment here.
No game shaming.
No game shaming. Hashtag no game shaming. I love it.
Yes.
Oh, I actually do have 2 Fantasia on this character that I got. So,
Cool.
so if I do decide to change her later, I can do that. And then if they ever decide to make Vera a thing, that also can be a choice.
Yay! Because that's cool. I'm very excited for the possibility of being a tall bunny woman.
Yes.
But they'll have to make male Vieira, won't they?
Yeah. Oh, actually, so they you can Google it. They genuinely made concept art for this game, for Vieira, and the artwork includes the male version, and it's really cool to see.
I'm gonna wait and be surprised.
Yeah, same. I mean, I've seen it already, but like a lot of people are like trying to data mine and stuff like that, and I'm really going out of my way to keep that stuff secret.
Yeah, I mean, you want some kind of, element of doodad.
Surprise.
That's the one. Doodad. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Doodad.
Doodad. When I hear doodad, I think of the StarCraft map editor. Because
Why?
they call a lot of their features doodads.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it's just such a fun thing to say. Okay, I've claimed all my goodies. Now I'm heading to the Tempter at Deepcroft. And hopefully we'll get a tank that isn't miserable and I don't have to play Gladiator.
Yeah. Because like I said, just, don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, we'll give it a second
might-
chance.
They might not be too bad. We might get a good one.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Or bitterly horrible, like the last one. You never know. It's all a surprise in this game.
Yes. I'll tell you what though, guys. If I do decide to go with Gladiator, I may not make it like a big event like we do our Tuesdays, but on the off chance you actually want to see me level that character, that class I should say, I will definitely stream it for you guys, but not during this broadcast. I want to dedicate our Tuesdays to like story progression as much as possible.
Yes, me too. And getting to kill things as a conjurer.
Yes.
It's very, very, very hard to fight the urge when we're not streaming.
To not level the
To not-
Conjurer?
Yeah, to not level conjurer.
Yeah, it's hard not to log into this character.
Because this is just a fun class. I'm really enjoying it.
I'm glad you like it.
It's very simple.
You know what I'm sincerely looking forward to on that note is like we have these videos here where we're like super low level, all on our noob gear, talking about these noob people like remember when I was a level 18 archer, remember when I was like a level 20 conjurer, and then like 70 plus videos from now with our like new gear we're gonna be talking about like the in-game raids and
I have never done a raid in this game.
Oh, you gonna learn. We're gonna do, because the story is so rich in the raids. I'm really excited for that moment where we have this like huge series that we've done together, and we've like built this family of like all these people that were with us along the ride, and I'm just waiting for that moment. It's gonna be precious.
Yes, that'll be good fun. I know Dustin is very interested in joining us in some episodes when he gets his account sorted. He's having a few account issues at the moment.
Yes.
But he's definitely looking forward to it. And I know Keisha doesn't mind being a guest.
Yes.
And we're bound to make more friends.
Very probably so. It'd be awesome even if we could have people that we meet like during the broadcast play with us. Like, wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
Yeah. So we've been hearing a lot of like recurring names between us, such as like Keisha and Dustin. I am really looking forward to having those names and people we discuss be
Hmm.
a part of the broadcast. I think it'll be cool.
Yes, Keisha is a mutual friend of ours, and Dustin is my partner.
Yes.
Um, Keisha, we have both known for a number of years, I
Uh,
think. How long have you known Keisha?
I actually wrote it down. It's not years. I met her in March, but specifically what day, I do have it written. I'm now curious
Oh,
because it's in
I
within.
met Keisha in March 3 years ago now.
Oh, so you've known her a lot longer.
Yes, I have.
I
I
don't know
know
why
her.
I wrote this down, but I met her on March 29th.
I think I met her on March 21st or thereabouts a few years ago.
Interesting.
And I've known Dustin for 4 years.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
Yes, those folks. You'll get to meet them, and you can probably see Keisha in some of our other past broadcasts that we have VOD clips of. Um,
Yeah.
but it'd be cool to have them as a part of this series that we're doing, Reise,
Hmm.
durch, Eorzea.
Um, yes. Hold on.
I'm at the.
You're at Tam Tower Deepcroft.
Yes, I'm ready to read
Yes,
the.
I am so excited.
All right,
This is
here.
one of my favorite dungeons. I always forget that this is like the second dungeon. I always think that this one's the first one.
It's easy to mistake, for sure. You're Zamixi, I
Ah.
take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the 6th Astral Era. The cultists took the lesser moon, Dalimud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. Oh boy, were they wrong. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalimud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. What? The Lambs of Dalimud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him.
Yeah.
Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it, for the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. And so we will. People that worship a man-made lesser moon. Interesting. Now, in fairness, Dalimud has been around since the 3rd Astral Era, probably longer, which, for everyone looking at me with googly eyes, the third
I'm one of them.
Astral Era would be 5 millenniums ago, so about 5,000 years. In the time of the ancient Allagan people who built Dalimud. I guess for a quip from a history lesson, the Allagan people believed that they could create the all-time most powerful tech ever using bioengineering, where they take living things and merge it with tech, and their airships were made out of this stuff, their buildings were fueled off of this stuff, like, they were incredibly advanced, more so than the Garlean Empire 5,000 years ago, but they made some really crazy stuff, and Dalimud was one of those things. Dalimud was a bioengineered lesser moon, and its purpose when they sent it out to orbit was to gather a I forgot the exact term, but it gathers like solar and lunar forms of aether. And basically because it's up in space just collecting energy, it has infinite power. Infinite power. And that's why it was the perfect vessel to use for Bahamut. Anyway, so that's a quip. A little bit about Tamdara Deepcroft, just because we have some story about it now. Since its establishment during Gilmoran times, which I'll have to look up what the Gilmoran times are, but Mione said something about burying her people in here, so I'm guessing the Deepcroft is some kind of crypt. Since its establishment during the Gilmoran times, the subterranean crypt has been, it's a crypt, has been used for generations as a final resting place for the remains of rulers and nobles. Since the Calamity, however, the tunnels have become overrun with the Lambs of Dalimud, a deadly cult who worships the now-fallen satellite as their savior. It is in the Deepcroft that these twisted souls silently plot revenge against those who fought to prevent the advent of Dalimud, summoning any dark presence who will aid them to this end, no matter what the cost. I should have asked if you were ready, Vivi. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was just sorting out my HUD layout.
Okay. And I can go on about the old Allegan people for days. I love that idea of them. They're so cool to me.
Tamtara Deepcroft.
Tamtara Deepcroft. Some crazy void stuff happening in here.
And we're not a noob party! We have a Dark Knight.
Oh, we do. All right.
But we also have an Arcanist.
At least it's not what's her name.
Melodia?
I'd have to go back, but something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely something like Melodia.
Oh, we're doing a big pull, it seems.
He's lucky I'm a good healer.
Carry on, beetles. Ew. There's beetles in here eating dead people.
Ew.
I say that like that's already not part of the natural order of how things work in the in the world.
But still, you know, you don't see it every day. You don't talk about it.
Yeah, you don't think about it.
Like,
Especially
how many times a day do you go up to someone and say, "Hey, did you know beetles eat people when they're dead?" I can tell you, I've said that to people never in my life.
Well, also they're not typically large enough that they can be considered an enemy.
No. Although, have you seen some beetles?
Oh man.
I mean, have you seen a Hercules beetle or a bombardier beetle? Those things are terrifying.
I'm gonna have to look this up later. I'm morbidly curious.
Do Dark Knights have abilities that can heal themselves?
They have a DPS rotation that they don't get until later that will give them some health back.
That's quite cool, actually. It's a class I'd like to level, I just don't like tanking.
It can be tough.
Not that it's tough, I just have a really bad sense of direction.
That's fair.
Like, if I'm in a dungeon for the first time, I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going, what I'm doing, how I'm doing this, where am I, who am I, where am I, blah.
Right. I like...
Yeah.
I like tanking in doses. Um, Often what happens is none of my friends will tank, and I'll be forced to tank, and then
Mm,
it's no longer enjoyable because then it feels like a job, right?
yeah.
But if it's
It's
my
like when you're
idea,
it's like when you're forced into the healer position
right?
just to insta-Q or something. It's
Exactly.
like, I like healing, but I'd like to DPS rather than heal.
Right. It's like it's got to be your idea.
Mm-hmm. And most of the time I'm quite happy with, healing, but when I have to heal, it's a bit bleh.
Right.
Unlike now, I'm quite happy doing this. This is good fun.
Yes.
Because I chose a class which is a healer, which is also a really good DPS.
I usually play Dragoon, which is melee, so just standing here and
Mhm.
shooting is a lot different than what I'm used to.
The only thing I don't like about Dragoon, though, because I recently got my Dragoon up to level, I think it's 62 now. Um,
Oh,
the only thing I don't like about it is that you don't have a lot of AoE.
yeah,
You focus mainly on one target,
that's right.
but
Until
I'm
like
okay with that.
yeah, until level 70, because by when you have all the skills, then you have Gear Skull Gold, Nastrand, you
Mm.
have um, Dragon Fire Dive, you have I forgot the name of the ability, but you can like stab your lance in the ground and it makes these two blades that shoot forward, and that's like a
Yeah,
line AoE.
yeah.
Um, like they have some options, but they're definitely not AoE in the way that like
No, that they're not AoE heavy at all.
yeah.
Um, I enjoy playing as a Dragoon. I mean, I did say recently I got it to level 62, I think.
Nice.
Um, but I was in a dungeon with you as my Dragoon.
That's right.
Um, but they're definitely not AoE heavy. Which is why I'd never really used them with I'd never really used it with a friend before until that dungeon, because it was my kind of loner class. It's when I wanted to be by myself, I would play as Dragoon because I had to really focus.
Right.
I do like Dragoon though, it's a very good class.
That's good.
And it's one of the most powerful, sort of singular wise I've ever played. Dealing with one enemy.
Yeah, it's a really good single target burst TPS.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite caster is Summoner though, hands down.
My favorite caster is Red Mage. I mean, I've got a level 70 summoner. I started off being a summoner, but Red Mage for me, all the way.
Nice. I haven't really gotten to play Red Mage a whole lot. Um, just because when Stormblood came out, like everybody and their mother wanted to play Red Mage, right? It was the most popular. So, but I'm hoping for a chance to revisit that.
I mean, if you want a chance to level it, I'm always up for healing in dungeons.
Okay. Maybe one of these times I'll jump on my main.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be my Astrologian, which is my main healing class. Or Scholar, actually, I don't mind either. Scholar I don't think is as good at healing as Astrologian. But you have your pet to make up for it. You've got your fairy.
Right.
I leveled up again.
Nice. I'm
Bloody hell.
level 19.
I'm level 22.
Nice.
That means I get to use my Storm Private's cane, but I can't because I'm in combat and I just didn't realize it. After this fight, I will change to my Storm Private's cane. It looks the exact same as this one, but you know.
But Storm Private.
Mm-hmm. Woo! We win.
A cudgel.
One-handed thaumaturge. Nope. This guy's lucky I'm a good healer.
He might have been counting on it, which is strange because you're a conjurer rather than a job class. Or job.
True.
So he put quite a bit of stock into that, and he gambled.
He really did. But he wasn't rolling snake eyes.
Yes, you are quite talented.
I'm a perfectionist.
I appreciate that about you.
Most people do. I really suit being an Alesan.
You do. In the best of ways.
Yeah, in the best of ways, and sometimes in the worst of ways.
You have the personality for it.
Mm-hmm. That, yes, I'm better than you. No, I don't think you're any less of a person for it. But really, I do. That's a joke, obviously.
Right.
My Storm Private's cane looks exactly the same as my previous one, but slightly lighter. I quite like it.
It's bleached by being out in the sun, probably, from, beaches.
Healing all them pirates. Yar.
Yar. I really don't have the, what do you call that? Introspection? Is that even a word?
Mm-hmm.
To understand what my race would be. If Vera were a thing, I would just gung-ho for it, but...
Yeah, but that's less of a self-introspective than a design choice.
Yeah. Well...
I mean, if I was a race in this particular universe, it would most certainly be a Lesan, because I know the kind of person I am.
Yes. I would say so also. I guess what I am is left to be discovered.
Yes. As long as you're not Lalafell, everything is fine.
Are we establishing a no potatoes policy?
Oh no, Lalafells are fine. I was one for a very brief period of time.
I have actually never once before I played Lalafell. I have been every other race, but Lalafell.
Me and Keisha entered into a competition over Christmas. It was to take a Christmas-themed picture.
Yeah?
Everyone else was doing, your typical kind of Santa-y, elfy, really happy, jolly kind of Christmas picture.
Yeah.
Me and Keisha went for Ebenezer Scrooge.
That's awesome.
So Keisha was her Rogadin in a nice fancy coat with a fur trim and a nice top hat and everything. And I was a Lalafell. I was supposed to be the role of what's his name, Little Timmy or something.
Oh goodness.
Or just some generic kind of downtrodden child.
Yeah.
So I was wearing really shoddy clothes, and we went to Ishgard where it was snowing, and we took a picture of my little Lalafell kneeling in the snow with like a horrible kind of like really sad, shocked face, and Keisha's Rogadin like laughing maniacally.
Bah
Uh,
humbug.
yeah, it was brilliant. It was. I'll need to ask her if she's still got the picture, because I don't know if I still have it.
Oh no.
But it was brilliant.
I would love to see that. Sincerely, that sounds awesome.
It was fun. It was fantastic. It was a really good. It was a really good picture. I always think this is the first dungeon because it's the shortest.
It is pretty short.
Now are you up for getting to the 1,000 Maws of Totoromak in this one?
Oh man. We're actually making really good time considering our past broadcast.
Mm-hmm. We really are.
Oh, look at me trying to hit the the thing before the fight's even over.
Yeah.
It was just muscle memory, I guess.
We win.
Not quite. We got one more.
We still win.
We do win. The light of the cultist orb fades. Oh, Galvan the Dominator, who summons me from the void?
He is creepy, but I like it.
Within this crude vessel is the rest of what he says. You seem surprised. Did you not cross our gates in search of blood? Come hither, children of the dawn. The undying master will drink deep tonight.
No! Oh, I didn't think you were ready. And then our tank just aggroed Galvanath. Oh no, it's Galvanth.
Yeah,
Oh, that's even better than Galvanath.
it is.
It's got more of a je ne sais quoi about it.
Yeah. I enjoy Illithid. I think they're so cool.
Is he a true Illithid though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think he would take my brain out my ear with his tentacles?
Probably. Though, I think Mind Flayers tend to be more brutal than that. They'll use their tentacles and, like, rip your skull apart and then get to it.
Hmm. Yes. Do you love me a mind flayer?
Brains.
They're so weird, our mind flayers. I was listening to some of the Forgotten Realms audiobooks.
Yeah.
Mainly Drizzt Do'Urden ones, you know, when he's first leaving the Underdark.
Yeah.
And there's a large part of it where he's in one book where he's actually captured by the Illithids
Oh, wow.
and
Yeah.
made into a slave.
Oh, well,
They have such a weird society.
I would love to know more about that, actually.
In the particular book that I was listening to, because I don't really have time for reading at the moment,
Yeah.
Drizzt got captured and he got made into a slave that had to massage the kind of central brain.
Oh, wow.
And the Illithids have a society that basically runs on slaves that they capture in the Underdark. they do all of the manual heavy kind of labor, and they even buy and sell them as gladiators
All right
to
then.
use for like entertainment purposes, and they don't speak. They can speak, but they don't. They all talk through not telekinesis, but you know, the one in your head.
Yeah. Telepathy.
That's the one. But um and instead of clapping, they kind of wiggle their fingers together and make a weird kind of moist noise. It's kind of cool. It's really weird and cool. They have such a bizarre and brutal society,
I love
but
it.
they're so physically weak.
Yeah.
All of their all of their strength comes from the fact that they have really powerful mental abilities.
Yeah.
If you can resist that, then illithids will fall to you no bother. But it's very difficult because it's the one thing that they do. They can get past most, if not all, kind of mental blocks that you can put on yourself,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
I think so too. I love to use.
I do love Dungeons and Dragons and Forgotten Realms, things like that.
Me too. I love to use illithids in my D&D campaigns.
They are very high tier though. They're very high level enemies. You'd need a party that would be capable of dealing with them.
Yeah. Mother Mune!
Yay! Total Bay.
I'm always excited to come talk to Mune. Welcome back,
I was
Simixie.
excited to go and talk to Orshaful.
Oh. we mutually have our bays.
Mm-hmm.
We need to just like make a list. I'm telling you, it's gonna be towering.
Yeah, we do.
I'm reliably informed that your foray into the deep craft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. You made such a habit of succeeding that it's difficult to not take your talents for granted. Rest assured, however, Mother is impressed, even if she isn't surprised. Bolord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say,
Bolord.
Bolord, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able-bodied souls as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. If so as to illustrate the point. We're looking at 3 different adventurers over here. The archer is Lavian.
Oh, and there'll be a white mage and a little Lalafell.
That's right. Lavian.
Remember those 3.
Oh yeah.
Remember them. Like I said, reoccurring.
Yes. How would you pronounce this? Leoven? Leoven. I guess that's
I think it's Leovan. It's something like that.
Avera's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. Oh, it's Edda! Oh my god, that's who that is!
Yep.
But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell.
Oh my god, that's the worst thing when you're the healer.
He shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Reise says, "Bah, to the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance." I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do the one thing right. Cruel though it may sound, you brought this upon yourself. And by the way, of some parting advice, get rid of Avere's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake stop carrying it around. It's just... Just get rid of it, alright? Wait. Don't leave me alone, please. I'm sorry, Avere. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventures of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might or might not return. Well, not so much, at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ulda. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. Heroic nod.
Heroic nod. Yep, that's the name of that expression forever now.
Yep. I got a nice belt while I was in there.
Yay! It's the one thing I always forget to upgrade is my belt.
I've got mitts now. I'm sure this would make pulling a bowstring terrible.
It really would. Mittens would not work for a bow.
So, you're not adverse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ulda. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, Zamixie, and good luck. I am so ridiculously close to level 20. I am like 300-ish experience away. I want to just go shoot some stuff.
Okay. Killing things is my specialty.
Is it now?
Mm-hmm. I mean, healing things is my specialty. Killing things is an unfortunate byproduct of having to adventure. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's how it's viewed.
That's how conjurers and white mages view things.
Absolutely.
Unfortunate byproduct.
Unfortunate byproduct.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are so low of level that I didn't even get experience from them. Let's see.
Oh, good lord. What level are you?
I'm 19.
I think outside of Hawthorne Hut, you'll get some better things.
I don't think I have Hawthorne Hut. Oh, I do have Hawthorne Hut. And I can teleport there for free.
Sweet.
As one of my veteran rewards packages, they gave you Aetheryte tickets, which allow you to teleport somewhere at 0 cost. Now, the smart me would wait until I need to go to, like, Rogger's Breach from Gridania at level 70, but can you imagine these tickets surviving that long?
Yeah, no.
Or, like, Kugane.
Kugane.
Kugane. There we go.
You're close to level 20, and I'm close to level 23.
That did it!
Wait.
Guess what I got?
An archer skill?
Even better.
What? You can do your new quest. Oh my god.
Yes!
Sweet.
Alright, now I'm gonna go do my archer quest. Because if I'm gonna end up becoming a tank, which I guess we're mixed because the tank we got before was okay, but he still pulled a
Mhm.
lot, an uncomfortable amount.
He did
Um,
actually, and he was actually very good about it. He
yeah,
didn't go too big, and he didn't go too small.
yeah. Challenging. That's what it was. A
Yes, it was
challenging amount.
good. It wasn't challenging for healing. It was fairly easy,
Fair
but it
enough.
was challenging for like DPS.
Right.
What am
Right.
I gonna do? I am going to go to Airport, I think.
Okay. Why I mentioned that is because, if I am going to change class, I need the most time with Luciane Bay as possible.
Of course, you do.
Quality time, you might say.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but who knows? You might find New Bay as Gladiator.
It's true.
You may find Gladiator Bay.
I could find Gladiator Bay. Or I could expand my Bay library to include Gladiator Bay.
Exactly.
Bay library is officially the term now. I like her gloves though. They're so cool.
Bayberry.
The Bayberry. That is literally
I hate the word bay, but
Bayberry. I love it.
yeah, for the stream, I will go with bay.
Bayberry.
This Bayberry.
I'm
Bayberry.
I'm into it.
Me too. That's a funny word.
It's really good. We're coining all kinds of things here, aren't we? I'm sure
We
that
really are. It's like, what was the other ones? What was the other
uh
one?
Mooglish something
Mooglishness.
mooglishness
Moogliness. No, moogliness.
moogliness. That's what it was,
That was
moogliness.
it. Moogliness.
And then
Uh,
we didn't coin this one, but the male Moogle was like, and he wants to relax with a mooglet. I'm like, oh,
yes.
that's cute.
Mooglet. Yes,
A
a
mooglet.
mooglet.
Oh Lord. Okay, Luciane Bay. You come at a good time, Zemixi. I have a task for you. Oh, do you? A petition has arrived from the proprietor of Buscarin's Druthers out in the South Shroud. The petitioner Buscarin himself has requested our assistance in dealing with a gang of poachers. I would have the three of you meet with him and investigate his claims. The three of us? You mean Zemixi, myself, and this guy?
Who's this guy?
The douche canoe that's giving everybody a hard time here. Silvere. It would be better if I went alone, Luciane. The Mikode and the other one will only encumber me. No, Silvere, you will go as three. Also, it is past time you recognize Zemixi as a fellow archer. I will not. I have held my tongue on the matter of her continued presence here, but I will bend no further. Who in the seven hells do you think you are, Bolord Lewin? In case you've forgotten, you aren't even a quiverman anymore. That may be, but I have shed blood defending our borders, unlike you, savage. Savage? You know nothing about me, you bigoted son of a... Enough. But one more word, and you shall have cause to regret your petulance. The three of you will go to Buscarin's Druthers and the South Shroud. Now! Out of my sight! And this is why Luciane is Bay. At least part of the reason.
Yeah,
She's an Olesan.
I know. I do love an Olesan. Hence me being one.
She said South Shroud. Right? I don't actually have Quarry Mill. I'm gonna have to go there by foot.
I don't think we've been there as part of the storyline.
I don't think so either. I can teleport to the Hawthorne Hut and go south though. I love how she just like gave the order and then nobody said anything. Like, oh,
Yeah.
we're not gonna cross
It's
her.
just like, oh no, no, annoyed, run away, run away, run away. I'm going to change my wind-up Lakshmi for my wind-up Shiva.
Sounds good. Fans of the series will be well acquainted with Shiva.
Yes. She also has a very good music score when you fight her.
Oh gosh, I love Oblivion. That's the name of the song, actually.
Hmm. I thought you were talking about the Elder Scrolls game, and I'm like, yep, good game, nothing to do with what we're talking about.
You know, I made an honest effort to play Oblivion. I did. But I
The
was
storytelling is wonderful. I love the story. The fighting is the worst in Oblivion. It's impossible to do anything.
yeah, I gave it an honest try. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
And that was sort of my experience too. It's like when I'm at the story and I'm listening to the voice acting and reading the stuff, like I'm really having a good time. But a lot of
Mm-hmm.
the combat and just like mechanically the game didn't really pull me.
No, it had some very bad mechanics, which these are going to be very unpopular opinions.
Yeah, there are people that are very passionate about Oblivion. Now, to
But Oblivion is a brilliant game.
it is.
It's a lot better than Skyrim in its storytelling.
Ooh,
I
I think that'd be
prefer
fighting
the
words for fans.
I think so too, but I prefer the storytelling of Oblivion than I do to Skyrim.
That's fair. For me, it wasn't entirely Oblivion's fault. At the same time that I was given an opportunity to play Oblivion, Fallout 3 had just come out.
Yeah, see, Fallout
And
3 won it for me as well because post-apocalyptic wasteland. Yes.
yeah, I
Please.
I was in a position where I had to decide if I was going to play Oblivion or I was going to play Fallout. And for me, that was an easy decision.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Fallout 3. I played it way too much.
Fallout 3 was a brilliant game. I also really enjoyed Fallout New Vegas, and I love Fallout 4.
Yes. Oh, I've got another drunky tavern guy to voice. I'm gonna have a hard time making all these people sound different from each other.
And
Ah, you
it's the
must.
one thing when you choose to make voices for people.
Yeah, especially when you do an MMO where there's like tons and tons of characters.
Yes.
Oh, you lot must be from the Archers Guild. Welcome, friends. Now, as your guild master will have said, I put in a request for some keen-eyed archers to help keep track of this gang of poachers that have been plaguing these parts. He's slowly turning into Badrin.
Slowly.
If I may, it is not uncommon to find poachers in this region. While regrettable, neither the God's Quiver nor the Wood Whalers deem them worthy of attention. Why, then, did you imagine them worthy of ours? Let's see, I'm gonna do a different voice. 'Cause these ain't no common poachers. They're Pawa Mujuk's gangs. They say she and hers are always moving, staying one step ahead, but I reckon she's hiding out here somewhere. Thing is, I just can't send my people out searching. I made a pact with the Red Belly Bandits. See, we stay out of their territory, and they don't make no trouble at the Druthers. That being so, if I summon the massed ranks of the Whalers and the Quivermen, all seven hails would swiftly break loose, assuming they thought the matter worthy of their attention, of course. Needless to say, that's not an option. As luck would have it, though, I've got 3 keen-eyed archers to take care of things instead, and all without raising no alarms. We understand. You may leave the matter to us. Lay, Zimixi, split up and scour the area for any sign of poachers. Should you discover anything, return here and wait. We will reconvene to compare our findings ere long. Go. Heroic nod.
You were very nearly Foghorn Leghorn when you were voicing that drunk guy.
I say, I say.
I do say, boy. I was just waiting for that.
You know, my dad had a speech impediment, and there are
Uh-huh.
times, especially the previous part of this episode, good grief, where I really struggle. I'm gonna send these archers.
I love Foghorn Leghorn.
Such a good
good
character.
character.
Jinx.
OMG, we jinx each other.
You owe me a soda. What was that noise?
I don't know.
You're funny.
I know.
Are you getting tired?
No.
Okay.
It's just a noise I make.
I found a poacher's arrow and an iron leg trap.
Ooh.
I need one more clue. Bless me.
Oh, I thought you were dying or something.
Bless me again. I'm trying not to.
In the name of Thaliak, I bless you, child. You know, it's really bad, but I want to get a potion of Fantasia just so I can change my guardian from Thaliak to Halone.
You know, that is like guardians are important enough to me from a story standpoint that that would be worth it to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth it to me. But I don't have the money at the moment.
Right. If I could trade you one of these Fantasias, I absolutely would, but they're account bound, I'm afraid.
I know, it's disgusting.
An iron leg trap and a poacher's arrow? These are both evidence of illegal activity, but nothing that will help us find Pawa. And these mead bottles are but old refuse, from before the Druthers was even built. They have no connection to the gang. What do you know about this Pawa woman, Silver? I know that she's the most infamous poacher ever to walk the Twelfthwood. A born leader, deadly with the bow, and she's formed her own gang of Mikote hunters. She was apprehended once, and would have been brought to justice, had she not tricked a foolish young sentry into releasing her before vanishing without a trace. Is that so? In any case, we've scoured the area and found nothing. How do we know that this Pawa was ever even here? I say we inform the God's Quiver and the Wood Whalers, taking care not to implicate Buscarin, and leave the rest to them. This doesn't concern the Archers Guild. It concerns Gridania, Lay. Pawa Majuk is a savage and utterly immoral poacher whose actions, however indirectly, threaten the city's well-being. But what would a vagrant like you know of duty to one's homeland? No more than she, I suspect. How dare you? And you, Zamixi, say something. Oh god, you're gonna rope me into this? I have two options. I can say now is not the time for this, or I can say nothing. Now is not the time for this.
Yes.
With my mitts.
Your mitts.
I'm
It's
wearing.
impossible. It's impossible to use a bow with mittens on.
I'm a kitten and I'm wearing mittens.
Mittens for kittens.
Very well. We will return to the matter at hand. Mayhap we should take a second look at the clues we've gathered. Look all you want. Though the trap and the arrow we found suggest poaching, there is nothing remotely unusual about them. What do you think we should examine, Izamixi?
So bad.
I'm gonna do the iron leg trap.
And leg trap.
This trap is a common tool used for hunting beasts. Such devices do not distinguish between friends and foe, and have been the cause of much tragedy of both man and chocobo. Gridanian hunters would never stoop so low. Poachers, meanwhile, are wont to litter the forest floor with these accursed things. That said, I see nothing here that will lead us to Pawa. I'll try the arrow. We know that this is a poacher's arrow. Beyond that, it tells us nothing. Alright, then the empty meat bottles. Why are you still carrying that rubbish? I told you, those bottles predate the Druthers. They have no connection with this matter. But if these bottles are so old, why do they retain the scent of mead? They must surely have been opened recently. Wait. Before the calamity, Buscarin once served as a sentry. Yet even then, he sometimes spoke of owning his own tavern, and it was an open secret that he was brewing his own private stock, if some survived. Of course, Buscarin Scar, his old lookout post. It may not be Pawa Majuk, but we must investigate at once.
All of those words just went over my head.
We're catching poachers.
Woo!
And the deal, our clue was that these bottles are old as sin, and we are inspecting the place where we believe they came from. And it's a duty!
Awesome.
Oh no!
Oh no?
Action cancelled. I'm under attack. Dang it!
What action was cancelled?
Entering the duty.
Oh.
I tried to do it quickly, but I hit the wrong button.
Did you hit the attack button instead?
Yes.
Thought you might have.
What's up?
Nothing. I just sigh a lot.
No!
Oh, did you die?
No, I keep pulling things and I'm trying to enter the duty. Oh my god! I'm gonna die!
Don't die.
I just want to get in the instance!
Don't die.
This guy on Ixion is just riding by, watching me die.
I mean, I'd come and help you, but I'm
No!
not sure at the moment.
No! No! Quick, before they respawn, please, God. Limley, guide me. I made it. Just barely. I had like 10 hit points left or something. Any signs? Look, the ground is covered in Makode footprints. These tracks are fresh, very fresh. I'll wager the bandits were alerted to our coming and fled, else they're hiding near. Take cover! And there I was thinking we caught ourselves some of them meddling bloody masqueraders. Not that I'm complaining. Hiding your face is downright bloody rude when you ain't being introduced. Speaking of ill manners, don't you know it ain't decent to barge your way into a lady's bedchamber without knocking? You would lecture us on manners? Truly, I have heard it all. They have us outnumbered. We had best split up. The leader's mine. I'll try and isolate her from the litter. Silver, Zemixi, the rest I leave to you two. As you will. For Pawa, get the bastards. Was it the last of them? Have you seen Aliopo? With me, Zemixi. Oh no.
Oh no?
Aliopo got shot. Tisk, tisk. That was a piss poor showin', sister. And you call yourself a keeper? A hunter with no fangs ain't nothing but prey. No. Ah, bugger. Looks like playtime's over. Be seeing ya, sister. I gotta go back to Buscaren's. Seven hells. I say, they were at my old post, and they drank my old mead. That strings most of it all well. 'Tis past time the proper authorities were informed. I'll send messengers to the wood whalers and God's quiver. The red-belly bandits won't like it one bit, but I'll see that they're told exactly who the military is after. I only hope it'll be enough. Of course, Pawa Majuk's no fool. Now she knows she's been spotted, she'll break camp and be long gone by the time the next bell sounds, and the trail won't stay fresh long either. Anyway, you've done me a great kindness, friends. Tell Luciane I appreciate the help. Any excuse to go talk to her is fine by me.
Yes.
I should name this broadcast Zem Fawns over NPCs.
Yes. It would be appropriate.
Welcome back, Zemixi. Silver tells me that you encountered Pawa Majuk. No Gridanian could fail to recognize that name. So oft has it been spoken, and with such bitterness. I fear we lack the strength to face her ourselves. This is a matter for the God's Quiver and Wood Whalers. That you confronted her and survived is a testament to your growing mastery of our art. And I was surprised to note that Lay and Silver were not at loggerheads upon their return. I presume we owe this unnatural state of affairs to your calming influence? No? Modest to the last. Truly, your every deed bespeaks a clarity of vision far beyond your years. I implore you to share that perspective with your peers and help them to grow into better, wiser archers. As you go forth and temper your skills in battle, know that we always look forward to your return. I look ridiculous. But I finished my archer quest.
Awesome.
So now I'm going to Ulda.
I will meet you there in but a moment.
Okay. With my kitten mittens.
Kitten mittens for kitten.
Yes. I'm gonna grab a soda. It's within arm's reach. Man, to get these sodas, I had a really interesting adventure. So, while I'm running to where I need to go, the quicksand. So I ride my bicycle to the corner store, and on my way there, it's great because it's like downhill the whole way, and you just like let go and fly, right? Just soaring to the store. And I get there, and I'm so hype. I'm like, yeah! And after I buy my soda, because I get a 12-pack, and I'm like, yeah, this will be fine. You know, I'll just hang on to it while I'm riding. No big deal. So I'm unhooking my bike because it's on the bike chain. And step one of this being a horrible, horrible idea is that I set the 12-pack on my bike seat while I unhook the bike chain. And the first thing that happens is it falls over and the 12-pack crashes into the ground. And I'm like, well, at least the box didn't break. But now, consequently, the top of my soda cans are all like super bent upwards. Like, I don't even know how this happened. They all like bulge upwards. It makes no sense to me how this happened. But yes, so my soda cans are all messed up. And the ride home was atrocious because that whole like downhill awesome experience I was telling you about, well, now it was all uphill. And I'm like trying to hold a 12-pack under my arm, and it's not working, and like it's really long, so it's in the way of my knee when I'm trying to pedal, and it was just one thing after another. It was atrocious. I ended up walking my bike most of the way, just like, no thank you.
Oh.
That was my experience. I made it back with my bent soda cans, which are really awkward to drink out of.
I mean, it could be worse.
Oh no! I have to share this.
It just got worse.
It just from bad to worse. So because the piece is bent, the tab is now vertically stuck in the metal, and it didn't actually open it.
Oh.
How do I? Oh my goodness. Welp.
You're done for.
I have the most rotten luck. There is a teeny hole.
Ram a knife into it.
You know, that's actually not a bad idea.
It is a bad idea, don't do that.
Well, as you say that, I'm gonna produce a knife.
Okay. Just
Don't die. I know.
yeah, don't die and pour it into a glass afterwards.
That was surprisingly effective.
See, I'm full of good ideas.
Yes. Now I just need to make sure to get all the sugars off of this knife.
I'm not allowed to use knives in most circumstances.
Well, that did it. Thank you. I appreciate that suggestion. See, this is why you're here. Not only are you a healer, but you're resourceful.
Yes, not only am I an amazing healer who... apart from that once, but that wasn't my fault. I am very resourceful.
Momodi! Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to. Oh, judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Zemixi by chance? Mione sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to me prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? I get a new hat.
New hat. Who doesn't love a new hat?
I'll actually wear this hat. It looks like my archer friend from the Archer Guild's hat.
Hmm.
The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now.
Gods almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been after fire. A tankard of ale, if you'd be so kind.
Excellent timing, Papa Sean. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here.
So this is winsome lass, is that much lauded adventurer, is she? Marvellous, marvellous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, milady. I am Papa Shan, formerly of the Sultan Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid.
Mayhap you'd like to apprise the Mixie of her mission?
Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amalgina and Sons Mineral Concern.
It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines.
We're gonna get one more dungeon in before I have to go.
We're gonna get one more dungeon!
To be plain, giants have seized control of the place.
These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatonchires. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and they now prowl the tunnels where the minerals ply the trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of us all. Suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? Jesus!
Those big
What?
people with the pickaxes have been down in that cave for 300 years. No worry. No wonder they're all, like, pissed off at us.
Huh.
Wow.
Nasty.
That adds, like, a whole new layer of perspective. And you know what? They're about to send us down there, and after 300 years of surviving in an underground cave, we're gonna go kill them. We're gonna go kill them.
That does seem pretty bad on our part.
Why?
Because we just go and do what we're told.
Okay. We're gonna take a second here. So, our ancestors 300 years ago are like, these people in these mines suck. Collapse it. Now they're imprisoned. We think they're dead. We go about our business. 300 years pass. They break out. Probably like, 3 or 4 generations of whatever their species is later. And they're like, dude, screw all of you for trapping us in here. We, this is messed up. And what we do instead is like, oh, yeah, just go kill them.
Kill them, you see those people over there that we basically ruined the lives of for 3 centuries. Just kill them, in their lives. Make them dead, Look.
For no other reason than we have to suspend our mining operations. Now, don't get me wrong. In a place like Ul'dah, I'm sure suspending the mining operations is a huge detriment to the economy, and I bet a lot of people's lives suffer consequently. So, that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But, dude, these people have been underground for all this time, and it was our fault. Don't kill them. Don't just go kill them. Why? Anyway, I'm done ranting. You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used the hecatoncheires to work their mines. So they were our slaves too!
This is just getting worse and worse. This is not making Ul'dah look nice at all.
We put these people to work, and then when they got trapped down there, we said screw them!
We were like, fuck them. Just leave them alone.
Ul'dah! Oh my god!
Seal them in.
By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. No, okay, so I made slaves as a joke, but no, literally we took magic helmets, put them on them, and turned them into slaves.
Oh, good lord. This is just...
That's so messed up!
It really is. I didn't remember how bad this quest was. Now I'm remembering how horrible Copper Bell Mines is.
And see, this is why we have this broadcast. This is precisely why we did this.
Yeah, that's so we can experience the story again with our viewers, and they can see our horror and disgust at the people of Ul'dah for being vile.
No wonder their economy is crap.
I know.
But as is oft as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves they even call them slaves! The slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the hecatoncheires, whatever they're all, I'm gonna call them Heckas, our ancestors induced the collapse of they did it on purpose! Induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. That's so fucked up!
I'm without words.
Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copper Bell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. We're just gonna pass over the fact that our ancestors sucked! It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. That was the right thing to do!
Yes.
Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. No wonder! Of course they are!
Yeah, because 300 years to nurse a grudge, air quotes.
Air quotes.
No, it's fucking 300 years of their failed revolution, with them being trapped in a fucking cave
Yeah, indeed.
and just finally being broken out.
And that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake, adventurer. Go in there and subdue them. Subdue, air quotes. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you to put an end to this sorry business. You're putting this on somebody else!
They won't even deal with it themselves.
Gods bless you, I feared you might have reservations. I should! But I assure you, it is for the best. Is it now? Is it really?
No.
In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines are in western Thanaland. Do take care. Yeah, in case you don't know, the horrible thing that we're gonna have you go do, it's over here. Oh, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of the Amalgina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well, and may behoove you to seek his counsel. Wow! They're still wearing the helmets too! When we go down there, they're totally wearing the helmets!
Oh god, they are as well, aren't they?
Yes!
Also, hello.
Hello! Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? Yeah, deal with the mess. That's accurate. You've got guts, miss. I just hope you've got skills to go with them, 'cause the things ain't pretty down there. No wonder! The giants have left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand. You knew the giants were down there! But the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt. Want for aught to build with. Our nation's glorious recovery is grinding to a halt because we dug up the skeletons under the mountain. The stone torches keep watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. Yeah, in case they escape, we're just gonna kill them. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Wow! I want nothing to do with the flames ever again!
No, I'm really not enjoying this.
I am so disappointed in these people. I
As am I.
I am so disappointed. Wow, nobody talks about this either. Like, nobody. I've never ever heard this part of the story before.
No. And then it's just glossed over. It's like, oh yeah, it's a problem. Our slaves revolted. Now we've got to kill them.
Yeah, but us as the players are just like, oh yeah, skip, new dungeon, whatever. And completely miss the fact that, like, some unspeakable tragedy happened and we're just here to clean up somebody else's mess. Wow. Well, here we go. Time to go adventuring again.
Time to go adventuring and Kill some slaves.
Killing slaves.
No,
Wow.
no, no, no. Rebelled slaves.
Yeah. For the betterment of our nation, so we can continue rebuilding. Let's kill them because they're in the way and they're of our supplies.
Yep. Let's
Wow.
now negotiate with them and turn them into productive members of our society.
See, that would be the logical thing to do. Try and reason with them. But at the same time, I don't... 300 years. 300... Like, imagine if let's swap that while we're running to the dungeon, let's swap this predicament out with humans. Imagine if a society of humans, or a whole bunch of miners, were put helmets onto them, turned into slaves, thrown down in this mine, and then the enchantment started to wear off, and they started to rebel. And our answer was not to help them, to recover
To
and
kill them.
we didn't even have the balls to do it ourselves. We just caved in the mines. We're like, yeah, it's done. It's been 300 years. They're probably dead anyway. And so 300 years later, we're like, yeah, there's no way those people are still alive. Let's just go back to digging in that mine. And then miracle has it that these people are down there still alive. Like, oh, well, let's just kill them. Like, let's
Oh, God.
Anyway. Wow.
Gonna get my new robes all dirty.
On innocent blood. With
I meant
innocent
with
blood.
mud first, but innocent blood eventually.
Okay. I just got a free company invite.
Which you ignored, probably.
Well, this person sent me a tell asking me to join a free company. So,
Mhm.
we're actually at a crossroads, Vivian.
Aye.
We wanted to make friends during the broadcast, didn't we?
Yes.
Shall we make this this free company part of our broadcast?
I don't know. What is it? What is it? What does it do? What do we have to be doing?
Well, I'm gonna have to reveal this person's name to look at them.
You don't have to reveal the person's name. Just tell me what the free company is.
They didn't say.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's do this. Since you're able to search and I am not. Their first name is Daisy. You'll have to go into player search and social. Search conditions.
Okay.
The first name is Daisy.
Daisy.
Dee. That's the first name. And then the last
Okay.
name is the letter K. I want to be careful not to reveal that last name. And then view their company info, and let's determine if that's someone we want to associate with.
Okay. Hell's Wrath 2.
Oh!
Welcome to Hell's. Enjoy your stay and grab a pitchfork. Apply now or send us a /tell Discord. Oh, they've got a Facebook page. Okay. Free company events. Friendly peeps. Okay, and they know for role playing, leveling. Yep, casual, not hardcore, which would suit us. Dungeons, guild hests, trials, raids, but no PvP. I'm always up for no PvP. But Order of the Twin Adder.
And their theme just really doesn't sit with me.
Hell's Wrath.
Hell's Wrath, grab your pitchforks.
Yeah, we would have hells next to our name as well.
Yeah, and then I just got another free company invite that was just a blind invite
Okay.
from Iron Straps.
Is that the first name?
That was the name of the free company.
Oh, right, okay.
I sent that Daisy D person, thanks for the offer, but I'll have to pass. Oh, this guy's name is Stone Torch. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. You don't say. We're here to ensure that its effects are contained. But for you and your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the giants. I didn't think that Papashan would be here. So Papashan says subdue them. This guy says quell them. I didn't think that Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. Yeah, because no insane person would do this. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best as you can and enter at will. I feel terrible! I can't believe I have to do this! This is like the main story. You must do this to proceed.
That's kind of horrible.
You you have to do this. There's no getting around it. Oh, also I need to invite you to my party.
Yes, you do.
I was like, something is missing. Oh, it's Vivian. That's what's missing.
It's me.
Mario.
We're ready.
We are protected. Three dungeons in one episode. This is pretty cool.
I know. This is pretty we're knocking a lot of stuff out of the park
Yeah,
in this one.
we're quite progressive, aren't we? We had a lot of narrative with the first part, but I think we got a lot of action in this one.
Yeah.
And we're starting to unearth some of the cool, like lesser known parts of the story, and that's really what I wanted to accomplish here.
Like slaves.
Like slavery and sentencing them to death.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm wearing the Ward Knight's kind of white mage outfit. Our tank is wearing the Ward Knight, like, warrior outfit.
Oh, nice! What a coincidence.
I know. That's so cool. We have been unfortunately blessed with a mechanist.
I think machinists are cool.
Oh no, they're cool. They're cool. They're just not known for their damage capabilities at such an early level.
I gotcha. Oh, we were talking about the veteran rewards earlier. This guy's wearing Cloud Strife's outfit from Advent Children.
Yes.
Kronk, pull the lever! Wrong lever! I like my hat.
It's got ear holes in it for your ears.
It does have ear holes. Like, you can actually see the stitching rather than my ears just
Yeah.
poking through.
It's got like little ear covers. It's so adorable.
I feel like an archer.
You are an archer.
It's true.
I feel like an Elezen. I am an Elezen. Yay!
You are an Elezen. Absolutely through and through. It's just perfect.
I know. It's almost terrifying.
me and the machinist are attacking two different things here. Let me change that.
Yeah, you'll need to be attacking the same thing as the machinist. I know I'm being so cruel, but certain classes don't get powerful until higher levels. Like Lancer and Dragoon, for instance, they're not particularly very useful early on because they have no AoE until they're a Dragoon.
Yeah. I see what you mean. I can't wholeheartedly agree with that, but they definitely are much better at higher levels than a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, they're useful in lower level dungeons, no doubt about it. But if you have a tank that draws a big crowd,
Yeah, you are at a disadvantage at lower levels for sure if you
when
have.
you're a Lancer or a Dragoon,
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
you have a disadvantage. You're not going to be able to kill as much as a Red Mage or an Archer or
Right,
Black Mage or even Machinists at higher levels.
right.
But you're still useful.
Yeah, but definitely more single target.
Mm-hmm. But because you're more single target, you can take single targets out faster. So when it comes to boss fights, you're more useful against the bosses than, say, the Machinist or the Archer, possibly even the Red Mage if you're good enough.
Right.
Copper Bell Mines is one of my favorites, though.
It's good. It's real good.
Just that concentration in your voice, though.
Yeah, I'm in Archer mode now. I gotta make Luciane proud, and make Silvere not hate me.
And whenever I cast spells, my robe goes all flappy, and it's really cool.
I love that. I love the effects that come with casting in this game.
I know. My robes go all flappy. Fear the flappy robe of a ward knight.
Excuse me.
You're excused. Oh, and the tank got out of the AoE in time. Do you not have AoE yet?
I have one, but if I feel like my AoE attack is just not great unless it's for like the fireballs from Sostasha, where it's just a ton of like really weak enemies. I feel that the fire or that my AoE is not very effective.
Yeah. Because I don't think that the machinist realizes he has an AoE. Does the machinist get the AoE at this level? Point. I don't know, I don't remember.
I don't know either. I've never really played Machinist.
I played it twice, maybe. Keisha tried to level up more than I did. Then started realizing how weak she was.
I keep forgetting I have this.
And you use it while we're standing around doing nothing.
Yes. That's the time to do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love this part.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yes, what are you doing?
Well, no one's gonna get too hurt.
what? What?
This part, all the enemies are really weak up until the boss comes. And no one is going to be hurt enough for me to expend mana on them.
Yeah, but you could shoot things.
My spell takes too long to cast. It's got a 2.49 second casting time.
If you do
With the
stone.
What?
If you'd use stone. But I know you have arrow, and that's instant.
I don't have arrow.
You do
Oh,
too.
arrow. Arrow just deals AoE damage.
What? It's a single
No,
target.
not AoE.
And it gives you a dot.
It's, yeah, that's all it does. It just adds a dot effect.
Which, look at the effectiveness of that. You annihilated that Spriggan. See? You don't have to heal, but you can arrow things.
I always like just sitting around at this point while other people go around and do things.
Yeah.
You know, it's the time where you just get to sit, relaxed, you know, drink your tea.
But then how would I pick on you?
There we go, see? Now the boss comes.
The slaves!
I know, and they're wearing the helmet.
They're wearing the helmet! It's gotta be like stuck to them.
Either that or their descendants just decided that they looked cool.
Yeah.
Took them off the corpses of their dead fathers.
They're wearing it to show that we're not gonna be slaves anymore. We can take your devices that controlled us, still wear them, and still kick your ass. You know what? I'm gonna greed on those gloves because I have a chance of becoming a gladiator. And I didn't get them.
Our tank is called Eorzea.
Oh,
What a funny name.
careful. But yes, that is a funny name.
Oh yeah. Ignore anything I just said there.
Yeah, not everybody's alright with being broadcasted, so. That's okay.
How would Lalafell make effective warriors? They're children-sized.
I've always wondered that. I feel like any primal that you went against would just squish you. Like, you can be extremely resourceful as a tank and be well practiced, even skilled at what you do, but half of the
Even
things in this dungeon alone would just step on you.
I know. You wouldn't... 'Cause, like... There are Lalafell main characters in the story that are, like, warrior fighter types.
Yeah,
And
like
the
Raban.
whole time... What?
Like Raban's kid.
Yeah, Pippin.
Pippin, yeah.
And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, but that Imperial guy could have just kicked you in the face.
It's true.
How could, you know, how could... How, what... How... Why don't you... What... How do you exist?
You know... Yeah, the whole concept of them being like... you know, like, a warrior makes sense. To a degree. Like, I understand having a halfling or gnome or, you know, a shorter race having a weapon, that being an effective means of combat. I'm thinking of rogues, I'm thinking of ninjas, I'm thinking of lancers, people that where height would be an advantage in melee. But making them your tank?
No. No. And that, when it comes to like classes, I always think like for Lalafell especially, more magical based classes. So they
Yeah,
have that, so they've got that distance. Plus, Lalafell look pretty good in robes.
they do. I like to see Lalafell in white mage gear.
Yes.
Waiting for the Spriggan to spawn over here.
I normally do that, but I'm taking a break from it today. All of my attacks are too slow.
Fair enough. Yeah, for viewers that are like, why are we standing around? It's because that the Icarus Eyres here are actually... Yeah.
They're invincible. You can't kill them. The whole way that you get them in this particular dungeon is you have to summon a blasting cap, which would normally be a very detrimental enemy to have around that you would want to kill first. So you wait until the blasting cap explodes, and it kind of blows it up into individual bits, and you have to do that a few times. And then eventually it blows up into enough bits. I think it's after this particular part. It blows up into enough bits where you can actually kill it.
Yes. And then they would be an effective enemy for my AoE.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when this was, like, when this game first came out, we had a really hard time figuring this fight out at first. Because it was, it was new to everybody. No one had seen the mechanics before.
As a mechanic for an enemy, like a boss enemy, it is very different. I've never seen anything like it before.
Yeah.
I enjoy my outfit. This is a nice outfit.
It really is. You look very pretty.
I also suit the bitch NPC even more now.
I would say so. In a good way.
Yes. I just like that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not effect.
Vibe?
But yeah, that vibe. Because, you know, you get those characters in games and it's like they clearly don't like you, but they're important to the story and you have to look after them.
Yeah.
And the entire time that they're there, it's just like, no, I don't like you. It's just my character, she looked like that at one point and I just kind of rolled with it.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's like, if I ever do join that kind of role-playing guild that you have on your main character,
Yeah.
I would definitely be going for something of that vibe for, you know, Vivienne.
Yes. I think
Because it suits.
it does. It does. It really does.
Although the only problem is if I did join that, I would have to stay as one race.
No, not at all. I was up front with
Yeah.
my free company leader. It's like, listen, I wrote this story and I put a lot of thought into it, and I know you really like the concept, but but if and when Vieira comes a thing, I'm overhauling all of this. And he's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but then I don't want to have to write like 4 different backstories.
I mean, put as much thought into it as you want to.
I am definitely going to be from Ishgard, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Devout worshipper of Halone.
Slaves no more! Free! Free! Oh
Yay.
man, suddenly this has weight to it, and I feel
It
really
does.
bad.
I do as well. It's just like, no. These poor creatures.
Masters must pay, masters must die, never again, never! Oh, my heart!
My heart bleeds for you, Gigas.
Oh. I feel awful.
Me too. I mean, actually hearing about the story and listening to it and, you know, actually having some kind of understanding of what we're doing here. Because like you said, you know, when you first start, it's like, oh, you know, skip, 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 dungeon, dungeon, dungeon. Going back and actually kind of looking at the story, it's so harrowing. It's like, why? How? What?
Yeah. And we just go along with this too. We're an adventurer and they have a job for us, so
We're trying to build a name for ourselves. We're just doing whatever, you know, we get told to, basically.
yeah. It's terrible.
I know. I always feel really sorry for your character in this game. Because everybody just treats you as this kind of living weapon.
Miyune
You ha-
totally said that. She's like, it's really easy to take advantage of you. Like she calls that out.
Yeah. And it's kind of sad in a way, because your character has very, very few, like, proper real friends.
Yeah.
Do, do, do.
I would celebrate the fact that I just defeated a giant, but
Oh, you need that. You need that.
yeah, I rolled need on it.
Because that's beautiful.
It's one of my favorite pieces in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Got it!
Yes! Yeah!
And I'm high enough level to use my bow now. The level 21 bow that I got.
Awesome!
Yay! I'm starting to look more like a Final Fantasy character now.
Yay! I got a player commendation. Woo!
Yay! This was always one of my favorite tops because it has sort of that Final Fantasy X vibe, how one side is longer than the other kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or like one leg is covered. I love it. This is one of my favorite tops. Now, if only I wasn't wearing mittens. And had
And
green
weird-
pants.
And weird green pants as well. You'd be brilliant. You know, maybe some nice chainmail leggings or, you know, something a bit more substantial and padded, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or leather or... And anything but mittens.
Anything but mittens.
Even no gloves at all are better than mittens.
I kind of like the concept of being a kitten wearing mittens, though.
Yeah, but as an archer, you can't actually be an archer.
It's true. It's very true.
Because mittens.
Well, I say we go back to town and find out what they have to say in response to our bloody
Murdering.
dealings. Yeah, our murder here. And then we might be at a decent stopping point. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, man. What else does this game have in store now? Like
I don't know, because I was very genuinely surprised by that, and I played this game for years.
yeah.
Not years, but over a year now, and like I just hadn't seen that
Yeah.
because like you said, I skipped through most of the story to progress in it.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a natural thing to do. It really is humbling to go back and just like to specifically give attention to all the story that's put into it. It's just like, wow, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have a duty. Why do I have a duty in the middle of town?
A duty in the middle of town?
In response to finishing this quest.
Maybe people are mad at you for killing the slaves.
I'm mad at me.
Well, the digital people are mad at you.
Yeah. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Yeah, Conqueror. Yeah, let's celebrate. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation is in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. And we heard a woman scream. What? Obnoxious merchant. Shut your mouth, you living little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. I paid for it with my own coin. What rot! You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggotree mole meat, much less a choice of cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give me back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know. Keep the streets safe from law-abiding citizens, for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. That's disgusting!
Yeah, there's a lot of that in this game, and I hadn't realized it before.
Ulda is a terrible place!
Ulda is one of the worst in the game.
But I did nothing wrong. 12's as me witness. And all the people are like running away. Except for me. Please, adventure, help me, I beg of you. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I saved. I only wanted to treat me child to a decent meal. You know what? I don't like the fact that you wanted to make her do sexual favors for you. Even if this gal is guilty, I'm on her side. And who the hell's are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot teach him a lesson. I would rather be with the pirates. I should have stopped at the 7th ale. Stop bloody gawping at me and lend me a hand, will you? Now his friends are gonna jump in. He wasn't strong enough. Got him. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Where are you going?
Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. I'm having a flashback. I love how people look at you with concern when they see you having a trip.
I know.
Like, oh god, are you okay?
I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked.
And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily resolved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city.
Everything about this place sucks!
Yep.
But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities?
No, because they have their shit together.
Yes.
If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees will try their luck here first.
You have a reputation for being prosperous, do you?
My heart goes out to them, it truly does. But I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worst, we always will have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought with the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets of Riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives.
Dodo tenderloins, get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan.
Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. She really did pay for the meat. She didn't steal it. Madam, are you alright? Yeah, sorry.
What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd.
I did, Dick.
Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture.
Who said that?
Ah. I will overlook this, but just this once.
God's bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what the monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. I think that other mysterious voice that chimed in saying he also saw things was probably Thancred. Okay,
Yeah.
case closed. Oh, it's Ida! Hello again. We've been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. Pablimo! You discharged your duty as an envoy impeccably, and never once faltered in the face of myriad dangers. But more importantly, you're always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn gil by doing so. You are possessed of all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. Of this we are convinced. Even if you were kind of dragged into that business with the dodo meat. Yes, thank you, Ida. And then there's the matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of your vision you bore witness 2 moments ago. Well, we can help you understand that. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too, and we'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning, for you would also have to lend your strength to our cause in return. We should be glad to assist your adventuring endeavors in whatever way we are able. Should you decide to take up on our offer, and I sincerely hope you will, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the quicksand is a great friend of ours. She will tell you where to find us. Wait a minute. We haven't even told you the name of our order. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, defenders of justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone, except for Momodi. She knows already. I love Ida. I love her so much.
Yes. She is a good character.
Alright, I'm out of the duty. That was unexpected.
I'd forgotten about that one.
Yeah. I'll turn this in and we'll wrap this up for next time.
Yes.
We got another little bit of dialogue here, though. Scenes like that have become even more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Probably. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing a tale of gentlemen's woes with the womanfolk from time to time. Oh, Momodi. I'm growing to like her character. Ah, Zamixi, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. Fresh off the carriage, you say? Just like us? But gods, it's good to see you're safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever have guessed you'd been hard at work with them giants in the dark. You're every ilm the adventurer Mione said you'd be, Zamixi. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. It's Etta! Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Etta. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania, and when... I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Averi, and he and I were to wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are. You see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Averi once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. but I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Oh, my name's Zamixie. Zamixie, I shan't forget. Thank you, Zamixie. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be right pain in the ass looking after you all. But against
At least he's honest.
yes. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept this post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double of yours, Zamixie. Huh? What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Zamixie, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. All right, and with that, friends, I think this is an excellent stopping point. We accomplished so much today, so much that it's
Yes.
actually,
We really did.
yeah, it's so much to even. It's really hard to even recap. Um, we
We ended our cliffhanger that we started with of
yes,
the missing chocobo egg.
yep, we found that the missing chocobo egg was stolen by someone from Ishgard, who Vivi's a fan of.
I love Ishgard. You will see Ishgard eventually.
Yeah, we made more. We strengthened our friendship with the Mughals, and we went and met the leaders of the other grand companies, and we strengthened that alliance with them, and we set up a festival in Gridania where we strengthened the bond between mortals and the elementals, and from there we took on our role as an adventurer full time, and we started taking jobs on a higher level that I would say, like, we're pegs against the standard, above the standard adventurer now, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely.
We tend to get the jobs that other people don't really have faith that they'll survive from at this point. And coming with that, we went into the Cove of Sestasha, and we met the Sea Grove Reavers, something. And we dealt with them, and we found that they were in cahoots with the Sahagin, which are giving the Lumensons a hard time. We went to the Tantera Deepcroft, where apparently people used to be buried there, and there are people that worship Dalamut, the satellite, that was part of the Calamity. And we dealt with those guys in the Void Sent there. And we learned something crazy about the Copperbell mines, and we very unfortunately had to go deal with that. Oh.
We really unfortunately did have to go and deal with that.
Yes. Oh man, we learned so much today. But now our adventure will take us to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we're going to learn what they're all up about next time. And with that,
And
friends,
we will meet lots of new people.
yes, we're going to meet tons of new characters next time. But with that, friends, I will bid you all adieu. Any parting words, Vivi?
Good night. Always tip your waitress. Don't trust a dog with orange eyebrows. And always get the young man's name and address.
I approve of this message. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.